thing. Okay, so we're on Facebook, and we're going to go back to Zoom chat. Okay, good morning, everybody. And we lost Canna Nurse, but she's maybe making her bed. And I was saying that we're going to make a new song. Um, Da 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 da. That's a Stevie Wonder song, but we're gonna call it Stoner's Paradise, you know. So, but even in the Stoner's Paradise, when we talk to our young man, 28 years old, yay, 28 years old, when we hear Solo Breezy give us his articulation that he is a graduate of the School of Pod, so he can help the world end prohibition. And that's what we're all about today. But today is Dorothy McGaines. Dorothy, can you hear us?
I barely can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yes, we definitely can hear you.
How you all doing today?
Hi, Dorothy. How are you?
And how is Grasshopper on there today?
Yes, he is.
Thank you so much, Grasshopper.
Solo, can you hear the clapping, the applause? Can you hear the applause? Yes? Huh? Yeah, yeah, he heard that. So you just don't get it, Rodimus. It may be intermittent, but it's okay. So everybody, today is going to be um, uh, today is going to be a mishmash of incredibleness, and we're going to do the best we can to raise some money for Dorothy here. What we're doing here is we're telling a story of people incarcerated for if you can see this, this is me in Indiana, in a prison with Michael Thompson. Michael Thompson is free, by the way, right now, and that was due not to myself but to everybody's efforts to make noise and to bring these people home. So welcome today to World 420 Day. We'll have a 42-second meditation in a few minutes here to visualize all the prisoners coming home. Every fourth Weedsday, we do World 420 Day, everybody. And you don't even know what it takes to be me. Last night I was driving and it looked like I was in the movie I saw. What was that Tom Hanks movie, that Christmas movie with the train? The Polar Express, and we were watching that the other night, and I had my subwoofer turned all the way up for all you geeks out there, and the windows were shaking, and they were going. And then Tom Waits came on. He was roasting coffee on top of the train, and the little kid went up there, and there was a lot of magic. But last night, everybody, I was driving home from a sweet woman's house on Bainbridge Island, Kimmy, and I freaking was this. The snow was going like this. The snow was going like this. You didn't have to be stoned to like experience life. So my artist told me, my art teachers told me, in 1976 at the University of Oregon, there's a canvas. The canvas is blank. You dive into the canvas in your exploration to make art and to make yourself a better human being, to explore all the possibilities of life. And he says, without any external substances, mind altering substance, and MAS. So we don't need marijuana, we don't need alcohol, we just need the creative food that is creating that canvas from blank to a picture. So, for example, my poster here, that didn't take me 12 minutes to make. It took me a couple hours. But when I'm in a great space in my own computer world here, it feels great. I'm not feeling like I'm missing out on something, and I'm completing my task of making that canvas full. So today's canvas is going to be around some beautiful handmade art that we want to propose and sell and share and gift to Dorothy McGaines to make some money to have her a very Merry Christmas. Dorothy's going to tell her story in a second to us, and we're going to introduce her to you. But let me go around the horn, and then I'll play my intro for everybody. And I'm going to actually put on the record button here if everybody's okay with that.
Recording in progress.
And now we're high resolution recording that now. And so it's super fun. We're going to have from Rodimus little read. We'll have a breezy one of his quotes today, and we have incredible Natasha from the incredible education world and the Canna Nurse world. Is going to share some of her wisdom and everything. But today is about Dorothy, everybody. Dorothy was evidently behind bars herself for the war on drugs, and she's got a son that I heard some stories last week that her son was stabbed in jail, and he's still there. We want to get her son out. No matter what the cause is, we want to provide some dough for Dorothy McGaines today. So welcome, Dorothy McGaines. I'm going to give a little more applause here. Thank you, Dorothy. You can barely hear me. Turn your volume, your hair. Turn your hearing aid up. Okay. So, anyways, so okay. So back to Narnia here. We're in Narnia last night when I was driving home and the snow was coming at me. It was so beautiful. The trees were going and this and that. So I live in paradise, but that's my new song, Stoner's Paradise. So I'm going to share my screen while Dorothy's doing her thing and do our intro. So let's just do an intro here, everybody. So live alone in paradise. Do, 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 do. Okay. So now we're going to share our screen and welcome everybody in with a little share screeny here. And let's see if I can find my Finder. Come on, Finder. There you are. And we'll type in 130. 130. Okay, so we're going to go to 130 here. Live alone in paradise. Da, 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 da. Okay, so now what we want to do is go to 131. Let's see if we can go to 131, everybody. How's everybody doing today? It's a really beautiful day to be alive. And we're going to go here to this movie and open it with our QuickTime. So it's really beautiful. We have technology to share with the world. We're on POD TV. We're on Roku, everybody. So it's really cool that we're on Roku. I think Dorothy just left and she'll come back in a second. But while our incredible new intro is happening, here we go. That's Ice-T, everybody. He's a cop now. Okay. As we go back in our memories of all of the OGs we have ever met, we remember where we've been. Radiotron, Ice-T. My path has been so blessed with so many people, and now we have the new green farming. We're going to end prohibition, everybody. Let's get this party started. Hello, everybody. Today we are going to have a fundraiser on World 420 Day for Dorothy McGaines, an ex-POW from the War on People, the War on Drugs. Hem, hem, hooray. Introducing Smokahontas Jane. Our music is on our Bandcamp. Go get it. We love her, and we'll be introducing some more wonderful music. You don't know how good it feels to call you my boy. There goes my breathing. Loving everything you prove. Michael Lamb was a beautiful soul. We're honoring all the prisoners and all the souls that are helping to end prohibition. Look at our tribe, everybody. We're awesome. We're awesome. We even got a jingle, everybody. Yeah, don't forget our auction today. The sound is a little bit low on this, so just for remember that we're having a fundraiser today for Dorothy for holiday money. Dorothy is going to tell us her story. And there we go. Dorothy, you are awesome. And I will reset this for our ending and then escape out of there and go back to us. And we're going to say welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show today. And Dorothy, can you unmute and tell us, see if everything's better? Come on, Dorothy. Tickle your bones.
I'm still trying to work on this volume.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, great. Okay. So we've got Dorothy, we've got Rodimus, we've got Solo Breezy, and we've got Natasha online today. And we have you. We have everybody here that is coming into World 420 Day. We're going to take 42 seconds out later and do a meditation. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to visualize the prisoners coming home and being free. After we continue our dream to do the concert at Oakland Coliseum with Snoop, Willie, Cheech and Chong, and some other 420 friendly bands, Melissa Etheridge from Canada. We'll get them all, I promise. But after we raise the dough to finance that project, not through today's project, but today is for Dorothy, but through other means and supporters and sponsors. We're looking for you, sponsors, and for you, Snoop, to set up the stage, pull it down, and end that stage presentation of a whole concert with 42,000 NFT tickets, everybody. This is my dream. We're going to be rocking the house and take 1 minute of footage, and we're going to stop the concert, and the whole audience is going to say, President Biden, please end prohibition and release all of our 420 prisoners. And we're going to say that with 42,000 people in unison. And on every screen, it's going to say that so that the whole audience can karaoke that. And then we're going to send that footage to the White House. And so I believe film is food. I believe marijuana is safer than alcohol. And I believe in you stepping up, stepping in, and following your dream. This is the holidays. You can't see my hat because guess what? I got a green Santa hat on today and I got green screen on. So it's kind of cool and it's kind of fun. And, you know, I was talking earlier about you don't know about what I do in my back office. This morning, I was building a Wix page for our auction and my battery died on my laptop. So I went to plug it in and I dumped over my chai all over my floor and all over the electrical cord. And I'm talking to the guy at Wix and he's in Guatemala somewhere. And we're just going back and forth and I'm laughing. And I have 7 minutes till it's 11:30 and I have a half an hour to prep my show. And I'm mopping and I'm talking to him and I'm building the page. Well, I finally compromised and got a page that I'll share with you all later today. So you can go and you can really actually push a button and send some money for Dorothy's cause today. So if you want right now to just send Dorothy 420 in any format, meaning $4.20, $420, or $4,200, you can get her directly at paypal.me/obstacle breaker 1 with the number 1. It's right there. And otherwise, you can go to relieffoundation.org, and there's a link that I put on that page for Dorothy's fundraiser. And it's a fundraiser. It's FUN. So we're going to have some fun today on the fundraiser. Let's start off by just saying hello to everybody. Hello, Grasshopper.
Hello.
Hello, Grasshopper. Are you with us? Okay, we're gonna say. Oh, here. Okay.
How's it going?
Hello, Grasshopper from Froggy Land in France. Tell us just a hello and give us a cheer for the Thanksgiving holidays and the Hanukkah to come.
Okay. Done.
Okay, that was a beautiful hello, and I think that deserves a A DJ horn. Did you hear that?
I don't think it deserves that, but thanks anyway.
Okay, well,
Oh,
okay,
now,
and
now I'm feeling a little bit more deserving now. Let's try it again. Okay, I deserve that one.
okay. So everybody, this is Rodimus Parov, my buddy of 30, 35 years from all the way from France, France, where the girls have frilly underpants and the can. And so there you go. And I'm Jeff Eichen. Solo, introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is Solo Breezy, newly cannabis activist, cannabis graduate, and the other day was my 29th birthday, November 28th, and I'm Mr. Stone.
Okay. Live a life in paradise. We got Stoner's Paradise.
He deserves the air horn, not me. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Solo.
Thank you, Uncle Grasshopper. I love you. I'll be over in France partying up with you.
We're coming for sure. Yeah, yeah. And we're gonna go around the horn. Natasha, tell us who you are and give us a cheer for the holiday.
Hello, everybody. Happy holidays and happy birthday to you, Solo. I am Canon Nurse Intern Natasha. And as a matter of fact, that machine that you use for the sound effects, Jeff, for my patients, I use one too. You see, I make them goals every day, even if it's just getting out of bed. And if they accomplish that, I give them the DJ horn or the applause. I try to make it as fun as possible, and that's what the medicine does for us too. It makes the pain go away, and then they're able to participate. And you don't have to be a patient, you don't have to be a buddy. You just have to open your mind to the medication, to the truth. And the truth lies in locking people up. We can't do it. We mustn't. The counterlution has begun. You can't stop it. And we are going to shut prohibition down. That's the word for today. Let's shut prohibition down. And Dorothy, let's raise you up. Cheers.
Dorothy, take it away. Thank you, Natasha. We'll be back to you. Dorothy, take it away. You with us, Dorothy? Can you hear me, Dorothy? I'm calling your name.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm down in Alabama where we got tornadoes and thunderstorms going on.
Holy moly, get in the basement. I saw the Wizard of Oz. You know,
I'm good.
yeah,
I'm good.
lifted up that house and the Wizard of Oz. So everybody, I'm going to actually put Dorothy on the front line here, and I'm going to come on with her right now, and we're going to take a little time to visit and to so let's see, let's add Dorothy to the front. Okay. So Dorothy and I are on the front here, everybody. Jeff Eichen with Weedsdays, World 420 Day, and today is buy trays and poster art. So we're going to be having hand-signed posters by myself from today. This beautiful poster with Katie May in there. Foxy Katie is one of my favorite models. She has epilepsy. Katie uses 420 every day to help her to minimize her epilepsy, but her epilepsy is pretty darn bad. So everybody take a deep breath for 42-second timeout for Katie May, and she's one of our beautiful Canamamis in the poster. But we're gonna be having that on the site when I show it to you, everybody, with a drop-down menu for an 8x10 or a 16x20, and then we're gonna be selling 4 original trays today, and I think I got the site all made up and beautiful, so we'll show it to you later when we get to the time and the point of place of purchase. So we want 4 trays to be sold today, $420, everybody. So reach down deep for Dorothy. These are not any $4 trays or $4.20 trays. They're $420 because we had a auction here in Port Townsend for the Wooden Boat Foundation, and they were auctioning off homemade blackberry pies for $4,000, $5,000 to raise money. So it doesn't matter the intrinsic value or the value of the gold that it's on or the platinum. It matters the heart in there. So Crazy Pop Mom may come on, but she made these beautiful trays that we're going to be marketing in the near future. But right now, today, we have 4 trays available, and they're all numbered 1 through 4. There's a purple one. That's the one I want. And but you know what? Let's get Dorothy's story. Dorothy, start off by saying hello and happy holidays, and tell us from beginning to end, tell us your story of incarceration and where you're at today so people can open their hearts and their pocketbooks.
When I was incarcerated, my case started in 1993. I had a conspiracy charge. What they asked me to give information, I didn't have any information. They gave me 20 years in federal prison. I done 7 years, and I was fighting the whole while every day trying to get out of prison, writing letters. And my judge didn't want to send me, so my judge ended up writing a letter to the president himself. And I ended up getting out in 2000, December 22nd, 2000. I'll be out 23 years, and it's been 23 years of hell because so much had went on while I was gone. I had an 11-year-old daughter got molested by a family member. She turned to alcohol. And my 9-year-old son that I left had jumped in the judge's lap and begged him not to send me to prison. He ended up trying to commit suicide 3 times and had taken an overdose and stayed in ICU for about a month. So now that I'm out of prison, that same son, he's now in prison. He's been gone 10 years. He dropped his daughter off the first day of school and got locked up that way. And she's now in 11th grade. So that's how long he's been gone. From the first day of school to the 11th grade. And I think when we talked to him last night, it really hit home with him because he was saying, well, I know she got a learner's permit. I said, no, she don't have a learner's permit, so she has a driver's license. He said, oh my God. And I could hear in his voice that he just in the back. He didn't want to let me hear him crying. But that, if you never, I know the feeling because I was locked up. So you feel how life is just changing and you're not there. So he realized that his daughter is now 16 years old with a driver's license. So now I'm taking care. I have to take care of him and his daughter. They just, I'm out of prison, but I'm not out of prison. I'm still living in prison every day. Like for the holidays, I couldn't stand to tell them what I was eating because I know what it's feeling when you're locked up and you don't have the food to eat. So I just go through emotional every day with the cycle.
Amazing, everybody. I got Dorothy's picture up there, her beautiful picture with her flowered shirt on, everybody. And we're going to be going to our crazy selling page here pretty soon. But everybody, Dorothy, how long were you in jail for? Personally?
7 years. I was in jail 7 years.
And what was your sentence?
20 years, 19 years and 7 months. So it was 20 years along with jail time, but they sentenced me to 19 years and 7 months. No evidence, never been in no trouble, didn't have a record, never used drugs, never sold drugs. That's because of conspiracy law. People don't realize the conspiracy law. That's why I ask everybody to watch that movie that Mercedes Ruel put out called Guilt by Association. My case is part of that movie. Where you can see what really happens to people that you don't have information to get a government.
It's criminal that the world is not, providing the punishment that fits the crime. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's about the war on people, not the war on drugs, everybody.
Correct.
So it's really amazing. So today we're going to be honoring Dorothy with with these trays here that are made. These trays here, you can see my mouse. I hope everybody. Well, no, not really, but you can see the trays on my screen here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to be selling those. Those are handmade, one of a kind rolling trays, and we're going to be. you're welcome to add more in the coffer, but those are $420 to bring Dorothy some relief so she can pay her rent, get food on the table, get a turkey, however you do it, is okay with me. Even though I'm a raw vegan, everybody, haha. I don't preach that. I teach that. It's okay if you go for the turkey, or the faux turkey, the tofurkey, and then we're gonna start off by having a quote from our beautiful buddy here, and we'll get back to you, Dorothy, in a second. Add to pin. Solo, give us your quote of the day.
Thank you so much, Uncle Jeff. The quote for today, I got three short ones just to start off. They're really short. The first quote.
Wait, go in slow motion. If they're short, go slow motion.
Definitely. So the first quote is quoted by the great Maya Angelou. Nothing will work unless you do. Second quote. Go ahead.
I didn't hear that. Can you repeat that one?
Yeah, the first quote is by Maya Angelou. Nothing will work unless you do.
Unless you do. Oh, nothing will work unless you do. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Right.
That's short and sweet. Keep going, man.
Right. So second quote is quoted by the great Mahatma Gandhi. Since I'm following in his footsteps as an activist, right? Be the change you want to see in the world. And the last short quote, quoted by the great Anonymous. Do good and good will come to you.
That's paying it forward, everybody. That's paying it forward. Well, I think we can give little Lizzie some yazzers. And Dorothy, what do you have to say to the youngster, to Solo?
I love that quote. Do good. That's right. Do good to others to come back to you. I love that. I live by that every day of my life. Every day.
Well, we are do-gooders. Maybe that's a new strain, do-good strain. That's a new strain for the holidays. What are you smoking these days, Solo? What's your favorite strain right now?
My favorite strain right now, actually today, to tell you the truth, right now what I'm smoking, shout out to Packs. Made my own custom packs. Little stuff that says so we're breezing on it.
Oh, nice.
But the strain I'm smoking today is by a pack. It's called Fat Belly. So that's the strain I'm smoking on today. Fat Belly.
Right, but tell us what your favorite is. Like, if you were dreaming, like, oh, I want some Moji Kush, I want some more. What? Tell us what you really love. What's one of your favorite of all times?
So far, I want to say Bruce Banner is probably my favorite strain of all time. Bruce Banner and Green Crack. Those are my two favorite strains of all time.
And are they both sativa or indicas?
So Bruce Banner is a hybrid and also is a Green Crack, which is a sativa. I've had Green Crack in heart form, just not in bud form. And Bruce Banner, I've had that in bud form. Beautiful. It smells so good too.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're gonna go in full view here, everybody. We're having a blast today. I mopped the floor when my chai went down when I was making this page that I'm going to show you in a few seconds, everybody. So there's a drum roll. Before I lose some of our audience here, we're on YouTube and everything. And before we get a little story from the Canon Nurse, and Rodimus is going to be reading a beautiful. Rodimus, what are we going to call our corner for you? Remember I said last night, I typed you something. Let's get a corner going. You're muted, dude. You're muted.
Thanks. Well, off the top of my head, what comes to mind, it's only a working title, The Green Zone.
The Green Zone. Okay. So today we're going to be by the fireside with the Green Zone with Rodimus. He's going to read his second piece of creativity and automatic writing and art for for your soul, and so we'll have him read that in a little while. But while we have our whole audience on the beginning of my show on here, before I lose some of you all, I'm going to take you right now to share my screen with you, and we'll be back to visit with our people here in a second. But I'm going to share my screen with you all here, and it's going to be, hang on, I'm organizing my back office here, and we're going to go to my Relief Foundation site here. It'd be great if I had everything up at once, but you know what? It's super easy. So this is how you do it, everybody. Okay. Hello, dear people. This is the beginning of our auction. And so our auction deserves a glockenspiel. So we're going to go. Instead of donate now to the relief fund, today, Dorothy McGain's fundraiser, click right here, everybody, on my site on relief-foundation.org. So today is to bring some Christmas money home for Dorothy, and get your favorite tray. There's only 4 of them today. They're one-of-a-kind trays. But look at this page I made today. This is what I spilled my chai over today. So all these trays are available. These are varnished with some acrylic. They're beautiful. They're handmade by none other than Crazy Pot Mom. And so then click on Buy It Now, and the Buy It Now will take you to a site that allows you to do, and I'll fix this all, everybody, in a second here, allows you to do the 8x10 or the 16x20. So 8x10 is $42 of the signed poster that I'll hand print myself for you, and the 16x20 is $420. So that's for this auction today. But don't forget that I have to fix this link here. We thought we did already, but the link for the trays is going to be the same link here. It's going to say buy trays or buy posters. And so while Rodimus is reading, I'll go get my laptop and I'll fix that link for us. But it's going to say buy trays or buy posters. And so these trays are so beautiful. They're mini trays, but they're worth the weight in gold. They're going to have on the reverse, there's going to be not a coupon, but a certificate of authenticity, just about like an NFT, you guys. But you're going to know every time you roll on your tray that you're helping a soul, a grandmama that is struggling to make ends meet, struggling to get through life. If you know that you wake up in the morning and your daughter or yourself, you had a car accident last week, and you have no car, and you have no family members to go to, or you've actually, cashed in most of your chips your whole life, today is that day that you can help Dorothy, have a great holiday and have a beginning to this new year for Dorothy. So we're really excited to share with you that the site is here. The site is relieffoundation.org. And
how do you spell relief, Jeff?
RELEAF as in Frank. So it's relief as in leaf, as in marijuana leaf. So relief.org. Thank you, everybody.
Is that a dot there, Jeff?
There's no dot there. Relief-foundation. Relief-foundation.
Yes.
Okay,
now I got it.
Okay. Relief-foundation.org. Click on the Dorothy McGain's fundraiser. And like I said, I'll fix that live, everybody, that link there. But the link here gets you straight to the portal, and this money will go directly to Dorothy. We have the poster here, this beautiful poster that I'm going to hand sign for everybody. And there's no limit on how many posters we can make, but there's only one of these trays. I like the purple one myself, but I like the black and white one too, because I'm an Ansel Adams freak. So the bottom line, everybody, is to come and get your tray and help Dorothy McGain's with her fundraiser. So I have somebody in the background that has promised to come in and support us today. So maybe we'll sell 1, 2, 3, or 4 trays. but that's it. Crazy Pop Mom made these. She's going to be making more, and we're going to have them on our site forever, and we're going to franchise these and blow them up. I love one of a kind items. I love art that's made from the heart and that's random. To make these, you can't get that. You can't just like punch a button and like my poster, I can print many of these. These are one of a kinds, everybody.
Hey Jeff, I don't think we're gonna have them on there forever because they're gonna get sold.
Well, right. We're going to have the new ones. I will change these every time we get new ones. So we're going to have new ones, and that's going to be super fun. And I'm back now, everybody. And let's see if I can bring myself back here. Let's get the poster smaller. There we go. Don't you love it? The technology,
Come back,
everybody.
Jeff, come back. There you are. You're back.
So
Fun, actually.
so I'm gonna see if I can move our poster in. There we go. So, anyways, everybody, paypal.me/obstacle OBSTACLE breaker BREAKER #1 obstacle breaker. PayPal.me/obstacle breaker 1 with the number 1 to give Dorothy a cheer, to give her $4.20, $42 or $420. You make the plan, or go to relief-foundation.org to buy a tray. The trays are only $420. Just think, if you woke up tomorrow and you were Dorothy and there was $420 in your account, freaking A, I'd be freaking stoked. I'd go out and get me a new pair of socks.
And we can really help. We can really help Jeff out here too, because if you just go directly to the website, the direct PayPal for Dorothy, then Jeff can actually have that purple one and the black and white one that he wants. So let's help Jeff out and just donate directly to Dorothy. You don't need anything.
I'm selling the purple and the black and white one because there'll be more to be made down the pike. So everyone go to Relief Foundation or PayPal.me. Either way, those are two portals to bring some Crazy Pop Mom fine art, one of my posters, fine art, signed by me, and to help Dorothy get through the holidays. And her son is in jail. Dorothy, tell us about your son in jail more.
My son has been locked up since, well, like I said, when I went to prison, he was 9 years old. And I was the only living parent. His father died when he was 2 with a heart attack. So I was the only parent in the home. And that's why I tell people they don't know when you take the only parent in the home and they got to struggle every day. Watch that. Go on my, you look up my name, I look up his name, you can see there is a video called Dear Judge that was put out. It tells the story. But, even with PBS Frontline, when I was in prison, they did a film called Snitch. And talk about how Alabama was the worst place that, they was using snitches just to get people time. No evidence, just locking people up like crazy. And this law still goes on. It's got to where you can't trust nobody. Because people just lie. You just get that time off. And that's prison. But my son is he's in the worst state prison they have in Alabama. He just called me today. He was talking about they took him to the jail because some young boy 30 years old died. They've had 35 murders in that jail alone this year. He was stabbed 15 times 7 years ago. And he was stabbed again 2 years ago. Throat cut. And I can post the pictures where y'all can see them later. It's just horrible to see. But, this is what I deal with every day, not knowing if I get a phone call. Just to say my child is gone. That's my only son. My only son. And he fought so hard while I was incarcerated to get me home to him. But he was so messed up when I got home.
So Dorothy, you can tell everybody globally on Roku and POD TV and Facebook that when you put somebody in jail, you put their family in jail.
The whole family suffers every day. Every day. They suffer. You do the time. I'm doing the time. I got out. But I'm doing the time with him every day because you don't ever know what you're going to hear on the news. You just don't ever know what's going to happen. So yeah, when one person is incarcerated, the whole family is incarcerated.
And how did you who pardoned you?
President Bill Clinton gave me clemency December 22nd, 2000.
And was that the day you walked out, or he gave you clemency and then you had to wait a few more months?
No, no. The day that he signed the papers, I had so many hours to get off that compound.
Oh
I
wow.
walked out December 22nd, 2000.
And did you have any money or family to come home to?
I had my family, but no, I didn't have any money when I left prison.
Everybody today
What
is
people need to know, when you're incarcerated in federal prison, your wages, what you work, if you have a high school diploma or a college degree, you make 12 cents an hour. If you have no college degree and no high school diploma, you only make $5 a month. So you can imagine where 12 cents an hour with me in prison. And my blood pressure and everything stayed so high. So I was on medical for so long. I was taking like 10 clonidines a day to bring my pressure down.
what the heck is this planet moving towards? So that's why when Solo comes on and says that he loves this industry, this family, so do I. I mean, I was at my friend's farm the other day, and it's a safe and beautiful farm, and boutique. Weed is grown there, but it's medicine, everybody. And it,
Yeah.
like Jack Harrer said, it's paper, fiber, fuel, medicine, food, plastic, and food.
Even though I've never used drugs, but yes, it's medicine. I mean, it's what can something grown out of the soil? I mean, what could be so hard about it? I mean, I don't understand that. It needs to be made legal, and the people that want to do it do it.
Totally, totally. It's like
It shouldn't be any different than alcohol, I mean, alcohol is far more
And it's the
damaging.
worst.
Right, exactly. So it's like, why is it taking so long for pot to get legal again? It was legal at one time, and then I think maybe the alcohol bureau might have had something to do with making it illegal. And now it just needs to come back. There's so much that plant can do for the planet, and not just the medicinal value that it has for us when we eat it or smoke it, but also just so many products. I mean, there's so many incredible building materials that are being created right now. There are bricks like cinder blocks. You can build an entire house out of these new hemp cinder blocks that are thermal. They're super strong. They're lightweight, and they're inexpensive to make. And it's just lime and hemp fiber, and there's one other ingredient, and they're amazing. That's just one thing. There's all kinds of like sheetrock, like you put up on your walls, over your studs when you build a house. That can be made. They're making those right now out of hemp. So there's hemp inks for offices. Of course, there's hemp paper. We all know that.
Rodimus, can you see my screen?
Yes, I do, Jeff. I do.
You see what I'm holding?
Is that hempcrete?
Yes.
Beautiful.
It has an R value that's better than gypsum or drywall or anything that any other plant uses, and it doesn't use dirty concrete. That's ruining the planet and digging holes to make concrete. And the people that are in the industries are dying from cancer because they're breathing that dust. And so hemp is a really beautiful plant, everybody. Rodimus is totally correct.
Yeah. I know that for a long, long time. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah,
Ruby.
you know,
Not hearing anymore.
alcohol, huh?
Oh,
You got
we missed
people that drink alcohol. They go out there, you get a DUI, you kill somebody. I have never heard where marijuana has made somebody get killed.
right.
Well, marijuana is the gateway drug to the munchies.
Gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, if you don't want to get gordo, find your safe place, everybody. This is the holidays. This is Jeff Eichen on Weedsday, World 420 Day. I'm going to actually open up my I'm going to open up my iTunes here, everybody, and I'm going to play a 42-second version. I'm going to time this, and we're going to do a 42-second version of a meditation song here. So let's do here. Um, let's just do a Smoka song. SMOKA. Let's do a 42-second song from Smoka. Okay, so everybody, take a little bit of time out of our window today. Here, let's move the thing over here. Let's organize our music here. We're going to do 42 seconds to visualize the prisoners coming home, and everybody. We're on gallery view right now. Close your eyes, everybody, and I'm going to do a random track 5, 42 seconds. Let me put my timer on here. I'm going to put my timer on, everybody, because it's fun. It's my show, and I can play. Right. Okay, so here goes timer. There we go. Okay, here we go. With 42 seconds, close your eyes. Take a deep breath, everybody. Slow down. You're not on the freeway. You're on the expressway to releasing the prisoners and ending prohibition right now. All right, everybody, come on out, come on back to the incredible power of the internet. That was Smokeahonis Jane bringing us through a Mary Jane song, and just see the prisoners coming home. Everybody, do your job, write letters. There's a couple of organizations I'll put up on our site this week that you can send letters to. They love getting letters in jail. When Michael Thompson, everybody, was in jail, he loved getting mail. And Michael's home now, so bless you, Michael. And we'll see you soon and hear from you soon. And just stay positive this holidays and everything. Natasha, tell us a little bit about yourself and the holidays.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Kevin Nurse Intern, Natasha. And first of all, because it is World Weed Day, I didn't want to dress down or anything. First, I have my green farmy jacket on.
Wait. That was too quick. Come on. Let us see your sparkle shirt.
Oh, my sparkles.
Oh, nice. Going.
I got my green farmy jacket.
Okay, we are green farmy. Yes, we are green farmy. Okay.
And I have my special wand. This is for you, Dorothy. This is for you, Stella. This is for you, Jeff, and this is for everybody out there. We are going to shut prohibition down. We are going to free our pop prisoners. And as a Canada Nurse intern, the tides are changing. They are now going to very, very, very slowly start allowing us to see what real healthcare is. And you can't spell real healthcare without THC in it. And it's It's coming. It's coming very, very, very slowly, but it doesn't matter. My patients are benefiting from the cannabis oil. We recently purchased a machine that I can now make higher batches of oils because I make medibles. Medicine and edible makes us medical. Medicine and education makes a medication. And it is our duty. If we are blessed, we must bless others. And if we are not blessed, we will be blessed soon. Hang in there. Don't lose faith and do not lose hope because the one thing that this world needs more of is hope makers. And that is your superpower for the day. You can use it anytime, anywhere, any place. And you can also share it with others and offer it to others. As a cancer nurse, I run into this a lot because my patients, they they get into a place where they feel like there's just no hope, and they're kind of that most of them are elderly and they've been through prohibition in their lifetime, and even though it's legal now for them, especially as patients, they still get the PTSD and the jitters when they go into a dispensary. So sad. And we need to change the profile, and that will happen with all the loving and beautiful things that are happening with hemp and with cannabis. And one of the most important things to know is that this plant is one of the only plants used in a toxic waste spill to redo the soil so that it can be used again. Now, how can that be bad for anyone? How can we lock somebody up? How can we let somebody die of pain and suffering and being addicted to opioids and narcotics when we can give them something to eat, or we can give them something to drink or something to take on? When we can give them safety, why would we give them anything else? I love you and cheers.
And what do you have to say to Dorothy?
Dorothy, I love you. Special, special cheers to you, my love.
I love you. Too.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
As a mother and as a grandma, 3 times, you're going to find your way with your son. You set the right roots down. It doesn't matter what came between. If you have faith and love in your heart, it will find its way, I just know. And you will be in my prayers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I want to say one thing. I heard Jeff say that about mail in prison. That is the most important thing that you look forward to every day is mail calls. And I used to, when I was in prison, and when I didn't get a letter, I would just go to my bunk and cry because I just wanted to hear from somebody. And the day that President Clinton released me, I was at R&D and they gave mail call at R&D while I was getting ready because I never missed a mail call while I was there. I was always, sometimes they get to the bottom of the little sack they have the mail in, and you just keep waiting to see if you're going to hear your name called. And sometimes at the last letter of the sack, my name will be called. So it's so important. Mail is so important for people that's incarcerated.
Beautiful, everybody. Today, everybody, we are definitely going to be sharing with you. The last time I'm going to share this with you today here is our portal to go and to donate, to purchase some bling that will help you to remember that Dorothy McGaines was in jail for 7 years out of a 20-year sentence. Her son's been stabbed multiple times. He's in jail still. So our hearts are going to this site, relief-foundation.org. And Dorothy McGaines fundraiser here is on a little link that I made. And these trays are only $420 for 420. You can buy a poster, one of my posters here that we're going to hand sign and send to you. And so you just hit the buy it now button, and there's going to be a buy it now tray and a buy it now poster. So you select your size here, 8 by 10 or the 16 by 20, and I will hand print that for you and send it to you. And then click on the tray that you want. These trays are so beautiful and handmade, and they're going to help a soul on the planet. And every time you roll, you're going to think about the prisoners in jail, Dorothy's son, and Dorothy. And Dorothy already agreed with me that you put somebody in jail, you put the rest of their family in jail.
Every time you roll, you help a soul.
You help a soul every time you roll. Whoa, I'm going to use that for my new t-shirt. So everybody, I'm blessed to have you on board today, everybody. And it's time actually to have my dear buddy, Rodimus, if I can get us back to the right screen here. We're going to bring Rodimus up here. Dorothy, thank you so much, Dorothy. We'll get back to you before we leave. We're at the top of the hour, but it's my show. We can go as long as we want. So Dorothy's out, and we're going to remove pin from there. So I'm here, everybody. It's been a pleasure today to get. Oh, look, we have Vicky coming in. Vicky's coming in, and Vicky's our incredible mama from Squim, Washington, like an hour from me. And Vicky and I went to the G4 event in Vegas, and we floated down the river of paradise there together at her go away place. And hi, Vicky. Can you say hi, Vicky?
Yeah. Hold on. Hi, you guys. I can say hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna mute you now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. I'll listen.
Okay. So Vicky's at work here, everybody, and Vicky's a really great ambassadress. That's a word I just made up, ambassadress. And she is. Are you playing bingo? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Vicky's gonna win $420 for you, Dorothy, today. So I promise we'll get you some dough, Vic. So there we go. So that's Vicky. And we are going to take her from the front screen. Thank you, Vicky. We love you. And actually, Jeff, let's remove me from the front screen. And we're going to bring Dr. Rodimus up here and pin to front screen. Okay.
And I didn't play one on TV.
Okay, so everybody, this is Rodimus Para, formerly Grasshopper in the early days from the Kung Fu series, and Snatch That Pebble, Snatch That Bud. Rodimus is going to be on the super green vacuum corner here today. What did we call this corner? What was our working title?
Well, instead of Twilight Zone, I was going to call it the Green Zone. Okay,
so we're in the green zone, everybody, with Rodimus for the moment. That's a working title. We'll ruffle that up again. Wait, let me see what I said earlier to you. I'm just going to go to one of our. Let's see here. I said Zoom fireplace background. Once you click a background, the fireplace Zoom background. I was trying to a Zoom fireside background. Grief, some OG, go team, go. Okay, I didn't see it here in our chat, but everybody, we're with Rodimus Para. Give a round of applause, everybody. And he's been doing writing and being an actor and an activist of good sensibilities. You stop killing animals for fur, and I remember all my buddies' walks on the planet. So Rodimus, take it away and share with us what started you with the Green Zone and what's exciting for you to be able to share with us your writings.
Well, yeah, Jeff, it's really nice to be able to share with anybody. When a writer writes something, one of the hardest things is believing that it's going to communicate anything to anyone for starters. And then when some people do read it, or hear it, that also influences whether it's going to be, the artist. All artists are insecure about their work, and then they do this amazing thing. They create, and they get it out there, and something magical happens where they put creativity into it, and that creativity somehow magically enters the mind of the people who are reading, seeing, hearing that art, and that's what makes art so beautiful. So I'm grateful to be here today to read something that's just a little bit of a contemplation on the world we're in. There's some interesting thoughts in here. So rather than preface it any longer, I'm just gonna go ahead and read this. So again, thanks, Jeff. So it's called Contemplation 1, but here it goes like this. Sitting down to rest his legs after a rather vigorous walk, punctuated with a reward cone of delicious gelato, he remembers how 20 years ago, on a similar November day, he sat on a bench not too far from this one on his 8th birthday. The number 8 had another significance back then, too. Not only did it represent the number of years he had resided on the planet, but it was also an important number in the news that week. And so it made the memory persist, kind of as the numbers 9/11 must have been for his grandparents. For it was that November, 20 years ago, when humanity reached a total of 8 billion people alive on the planet at the same time. All those zeros, he thought then. It's so difficult to understand how much that really is. And now, here in 2043, on his 28th birthday, trying to fathom the magnitude of yet another zero, now there are 10 billion breathing people on the surface of the earth. 2 billion more added in only the past 2 decades. He just read somewhere that while it took 300 years for humanity, while it took 300,000 years for humanity to reach the first billion walking humans, it took less than 1,000 years to go from 1 billion to 10 billion. 9 billion more in only 1,000 years. That's crazy, he thought, but it's true. The article went on offering a way to help understand the difference between a million and a billion, like this. If a person with $1 million spent $1,000 a day, it would run out in about 3 years. But a person with $1 billion spending the same amount of money every day would be able to do so for 2,740 years. And of course, they would only live a tiny fraction of that time. While he couldn't help but think what a truly obscene amount of money that was, with its own implications, that illustration did provide a stunning analogy to the sheer scale of a billion. No wonder the Earth had been moaning, its temperature rising, blowing off steam, as it were, in the form of unusually high volcanic activity in the past 25 years. And during this, the onslaught of a series of global pandemics that started with COVID when he was 7, and all of which emerged from nature herself. But these hardly seemed to make a dent in reducing the general population because science had gotten so good at keeping up with the viral mutations that the net mortality rates were essentially unaffected. So here we all are, he thought, but why? All his life, he had subscribed to an idea that made the most sense to him in answering part of that question. He believed that humans are souls, inhabiting a form, here to learn from our mistakes and evolve, lifetime after lifetime. But what was to account for the fact that there had never been this many souls in walking bodies ever before? If there were only 2 billion living people on the planet 150 years ago, where did the additional 8 billion souls come from exactly? From other planets, he wondered? Maybe. There are certain mysteries which even the most esoteric teachings only begin to address. Could it be that the 10 billion people currently incarnated represent all people who have ever lived? And instead of staying in the in-between lifetime state for extended periods of time, as some Vedic teachings say, we've all now reincarnated at the same time? He felt this had a ring of truth, but he couldn't be sure. How could anyone be, for that matter? The situation was unprecedented. Assuming this latter scenario, it still comes back to the why of it. Maybe we're all here at this moment to collectively experience something. And will it be something that resets our fundamental understanding of reality? All being here at this specific moment, thoroughly interconnected electronically in order to finally meet living beings from another galaxy and thus provide that reset, and in the process, permanently redefining our perception of God and or our own place in the vastness of the universe? Well, it certainly was an interesting thought. Or maybe there's another kind of collective karma at work for which having us all experiencing it simultaneously is the most efficient way to do it in the grand natural order of things. If so, he couldn't help wonder why that slew of successive global pandemics over the past 2 decades weren't enough in themselves to effectively deliver the clear message of our quite real, quite obvious interconnectedness. It seemed sadly that this message had been too easily set aside, something he wistfully thought we humans seem to know how to do so well, both collectively and individually. Surely this obvious proof of our biological interconnectedness happened in order to help us realize our responsibility to each other and add motivation for us to end famine, or at least war. Yet war was still being waged, and people were still needlessly dying all over the planet from that and starvation. Nor did any of those rocket-building super billionaires of the early 21st century, or the generous foundations they left behind, truly address the causes of war and famine, something only a small part of their collective wealth alone could have effectively ended. He took a moment to feel the comfort of perfectly warm sun on his cheek as he sat there. Perhaps we are all back in bodies together to face the fact that we didn't harness our own wealth ourselves. The gift of our amazing collective will to force those people with those billions and billions and the leaders of our nations to do something about the two most ignored ongoing issues throughout history. Instead, we still keep letting their justifications, their explanations of how shareholders have the right to enrich the value of the corporation by generating additional profit year after year ad infinitum. Blah, blah, blah. It was starting to become obvious to him that it really is our collective karma for us to all be here now at this moment. Funny, he mused, those are three of the most helpful words ever uttered. Be here now. An amazingly simple and instructive answer that's been hanging out with us for over half a century. So, here we all are, being here now, and in no uncertain terms. If only, he thought emphatically as he let out a wistful chuckle, followed by a deep, long breath while observing other parkgoers walking by. Apparently, he wasn't the only one ruminating about this. In so many conversations he'd recently had with both friends and even chance acquaintances, there was the inevitable theme that emerged from each of those precious interactions, that we might temporarily set aside the all too familiar challenges of our individual lives, and for a series of lasting moments, contemplate the bigger picture, and maybe for the first time, in mass, as the collectivity of humanity. Well, he could only hope. Still, the nagging question kept returning. How can 10 billion fucking eating, shitting people, let alone the additional biomass of all animals and insects, keep sharing this planet without something big having to give way somewhere, either physically or spiritually? Give way to something more sustainable and help take us to the next level of collective consciousness. Well, and he noticed how the last of his ice cream had just begun running out of the bottom of his now soggy cone and onto his hand. So he popped the last of it into his mouth, stood up from the park bench, and made his way to a nearby water fountain to rinse off his fingers. May there always be ice cream, he thought. All right, guys, that's it.
May there always be ice cream, everybody. So, Jeff, I can hear Rodimus is
Thanks for indulging me, everybody.
Everybody, you know, it is time sometimes to just listen to the story. Listen to your own story. Listen to other people's stories. The story of make-believe takes us into a place where we are. Did we lose Dorothy? We lost Dorothy. Dorothy will be back. So everybody, this is a Dorothy day. So we're talking about stories, and what about the Yellow Brick Road? There goes Dorothy. You know, so here comes Dorothy, and here comes Rodimus sharing his story that he wrote. I took a line out of your movie there. Hang on just a minute. Your writings there, and it is this one right here. I took a line out of there, and what does it say?
The grand natural order of things.
Yeah, so today we're trying to put the pieces together about not why there's prohibition, but there is prohibition, and alcohol is legal. I mean, you guys all know my shirt that I love to wear. I keep it in the laundry room so I can wear it more and more and more all the freaking time, you know, all the freaking time. And so the idea is to find your story, to listen to the Green Zone every so often, every week, every other week. You know, when Rodimus has the bandwidth to keep on his automatic writing and share that cosmic aha you know, in 1969, one of Rodimus's favorite movies and my father's favorite movies, the Stanley Kubrick 2001 Space Odyssey, it had like more than one aha in that movie. And it was showing us that we end up turning back into an embryo. Just think about your elders that are 80, 90, and 100 years old. They're in diapers again. What the F, you know? And so we're going back to where we once came. And so it's a really beautiful, we lost the woo factor, but we had woo for a minute. We love you, woo. And
I scared them away. I'm sorry.
no. The woo factor is great. And so no, we're still on the storyboard here of the green corner. So everybody,
Just not all of them.
yeah, no, we're still here. We're snuggling with you, Rod. Thank you so much for your story.
Jay,
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I must contradict that it's not all of them. You can get elderly or into your golden years and be living the best years of your life. You can turn all those damages that you've done to yourself around with cannabis. You just need to find the right strain for the right pain.
Ooh, we're gonna have to
That- That
get
was powerful.
we're gonna have to get a book from Natasha of all of her medication and her right strain for the right brain. What did you say? For the
Right strain for the right pain. Right strain for the right pain.
okay, well I like brain too. You know, the right brain. That's the creative side. That's what Rodimus cannot have because marijuana is not legal in freaking France. Everybody. So you know what I say to that? We got to get busy and end prohibition globally, everybody, or we're going to freaking lose the time of day and we're going to just have stupid opiates out there, you know, fuck opiates and all that they did to Prince, to Michael Jackson and to Tom Petty and the rest of them. My mom had a button and she did her opiates and that's where fentanyl should stay because it did help her. So if you believe that everything is perfect, everybody, it's a perfect day for all of us to come together, hold hands. Let's all hold hands together today, and let's be really, really blessed with the ability to be healthy, to be wealthy and wise. And wealthy does not come with money; it comes with charity. So I'm going to show you one last time our site, everybody, because guess what? I fixed it while Rodimus was blogging, and so here we go. We're going to go back to our share screen and I'm going to show you that I fixed it, everybody. Check it out, everybody. So you click on relief-foundation.org and you can go get one of these beautiful trays here. And I'm going to actually get rid of the cash here and come back and there should be two buttons here. Bada bing, bada bang, bada bing, bada bang. Look at that. There's two buttons. So you can buy the poster or buy the trays. Please support our fundraiser, our first fundraiser on World 420 Day. It's been a pleasure, everybody, to be with you. I'm going to do one go around the horn. Don't forget, World 420 Day, paypal.me/obstacle breaker 1 to directly give $42,000 to Dorothy. And we'll do a production, fundraiser one of these days. But right now, today is for Dorothy. Dorothy, we love you. Dorothy, any final words?
I just want to let you all know I love you guys. It's like family. And I'm going to fight all I can with the cannabis to make sure this is legal. Can you believe that in Alabama, President Biden has asked the governor in Alabama that there is anybody that's incarcerated on pot to release him. But of course, she hasn't done anything else yet. And also, they're trying to make marijuana legal for medication, but it should be legal for anything. Because they can go in the store and buy alcohol and have them come out here killing people in a car and acting a fool. I deal with an alcoholic mother, so that's why I'm so against alcohol. I'm not against marijuana, but I'm definitely against alcohol because I know what it did to me as a child.
I'll dance that one all night long. Come on, all night long. Yeah. So everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here. Weedsdays. Dorothy, final words.
Your mic is off, Miss Bessie. We can't hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Talking to Nastasia about her mic being off.
Whose mic is off?
Canon nurse.
Oh, Canon Nurse. Okay. Canon Nurse, your mic is off. You're muted.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Hello. Yes.
Okay. So Dorothy, any final words, Dorothy, to all the people out there for the holidays, and that you're happy that we're at least trying to get you some dough? Come on.
Yes, of course I'm happy. I mean, it's a blessing to have somebody even think about you. People don't even think about you anymore. So I want you to know that I'm very grateful for anything that somebody do for me. I'm very grateful.
Hemp,
And I
hemp.
love you guys. And like I say, reach out to me by phone if you want to talk. Reach out to me on you have my phone number. You also have my email address. I mean, if you want to talk anytime, I'm willing. I'm here.
Okay, everybody, this is a day for Dorothy, and follow that yellow brick road to the green zone here. Solo Breezy, any final words?
Absolutely. Let me close it out with a quote real quick. While I'm looking for my other phone, and finding a quote, I want to say, being a cannabis activist, we have to be out there and continue to advocate and educate people on cannabis, educate them on the laws, educate them on what cannabis does for them. The funny thing is, people don't even know that cannabis can be used besides also for mental health help, but also can help for educational purposes, making other people smarter. So we have to continue to educate the citizens. We have to continue to educate the police. We got to continue educating the lawyers, whoever the case may be. We got to bring the prisoners home, and so be it. I'll be doing that. And I got the quote pulled up right here as we were talking. See how soon I did that, Uncle Jeff? You see that? I get it from you. Thank you, Uncle Jeff. All right. So, last words of wisdom for today, quoted by great speaker Walter Bond. He goes, when things aren't going right, I try to remember that there's so much more going on behind the scenes. I have to trust that every problem, every failure, every misconnection, every delay or missed deadline is aligning me exactly where I need to do to fulfill my purpose. Quoted by Walter Bond.
Is
Let
that
me read that again.
is that James Bond's father?
It could be. It could be the next version. Shout out to Walter Bond.
Da 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 da.
That's right.
Yeah, let me read that one more time for everyone who didn't hear it in the back room. Quoted by Walter Bond. Walter Bond goes, when things aren't going right, I try to remember that there's so much more going behind the scenes. I have to trust that every problem, every failure, every misconnection, every delay or missed deadline is aligning me with exactly where I need to be to fulfill my purpose.
Solo Breezy, everybody, our youngest person in the room today, and give a shout out to Crazy Pop Mom and her art.
Yes.
Can never forget that. I want to give a big shout out to my favorite person in the world, Canada, who I embarrass every day. Shout out to Crazy Pop Mom and her artwork. Make sure you guys support her at Crazy Pop Mom on Instagram, her store, Shopify, Facebook, all over the place. But shout out to the coolest person that I know, Crazy Pop Mom.
Hey, hey, hey.
Work.
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. And any final words, Natasha?
Final words. Hi, everybody. It is World 420 Day. That means it is safety meeting day. Save a life, heal a person, share something. If you're blessed, bless another. Remember the prisoners. Write to them. Talk to them. Connect with them. Do something for others. From the divas to divas. Cheers.
Wait. Diva of
Yes.
Sativa.
Yes, the divas.
Wait. That deserves. Okay, wait. I got two of them. That was good.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to sparkle for today. And we are the Green Farming.
Okay.
All right, Dorothy, we love you.
Love you.
I love you guys. You all be safe.
Wait. We got final words from Rodimus.
Oh, I'm just gonna read this thing that I read earlier. I'm just gonna read it again. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Final words.
Final words. Okay, guys, look, we're here for a reason. We all show up here. Today we showed up for Dorothy, but even when Dorothy isn't with us, which I hope is not true anymore, come on the show every time, Dorothy. Be with us.
I will. I will.
We need to hear your story. We need to know that people need to feel the reality of what we are trying to help with. Now, your son being in jail, that's I don't know how you get through every day, Dorothy, but I
it's
think
hard.
you have a presence.
Only by God. It's so hard. You just don't know.
I can't imagine, but I can hear that that's the solution, and I hear you loud and clear on that too. So we're all here to help as best we can, and Jeff, gives us a platform. So thanks to Jeff. Thanks to Canon Nurse, because Nastasia, you always phrase things so beautifully, and it's like poetry just comes out of your mouth all the time. It's so cool. And of course, Breezy, you know how much I love you, man. And every time you put together some quotes for us, I'm so grateful to you. And it's so beautiful to hear you speak those things. So anyway, just want to say thanks to everybody for showing up today.
Okay, Ham Hooray, everybody. We're going to roll out of here. I'm going to tell everybody one last time to go to paypal.me/obstacle breaker. That's with an A, obstacle, LE breaker, BREIKER with the number 1. And then you can directly deposit for Miss Gaines. And then you can go to Relief-Foundation, RELEAF, foundation.org, and you can click on the Dorothy McGaines fundraiser button, and that'll take you to the beautiful trays. I mean that we had. Let's see if I can one last time here bring my poster up bigger here. If I can bring the poster up bigger.
Hey, Canon Nurse, I want some sympathy. I want some sympathy from Canon Nurse. I'll tell you why. Because I've been living in France for 7 years, and that's how long I haven't smoked marijuana in 7 years, because I cannot find it here. And I love it, but I haven't had it. So
neither have I. Now listen,
Oh my goodness.
I've been someplace where I wasn't allowed because they were getting federally funded. I wasn't allowed for the last year, which for me as a patient and as somebody, that was a very long time. Now that's a blink compared to what other people are going through. But I personally I was where I was actually in Humboldt, and then all of a sudden I was in a spot where I couldn't do it at all. I couldn't have food, I couldn't have oil, I couldn't have anything. That's why my skin's changed so drastically much. But I've got oil again, and I mean, it's like, yeah, I can understand what it's like for you to be. I mean, I can put the stuff in your shoes and stretch them out, certainly, but nobody could ever understand what you're going through. And but thank you for having sympathy for me, absolutely. But that year was rough, let me tell you, and it changed me a great deal because I was taking it internally, and I feel like my health just completely changed. And this is true medicine, absolutely, as I like to say.
And
WORLD420 Day.
What you, Canon Nurse, and myself and Breezy are going through is nothing what compared to what Dorothy is going through. So that's all I want to make sure.
Rodimus, can you tell the audience to empty their wallets for a tray?
Look, these trays are absolutely beautiful. They're so lovingly made. I wish Crazy Pop Mom was here so she could talk about them. But they're beautifully crafted. She's making really nice little things, and they're beautiful things to clean your bud in. You just put your bud in there, and you look at these beautiful patterns. It's all very detailed. There's no two alike. They're one-offs. They're one of a kind, and they're very durable and beautifully made. And so it's a charity thing. So just buy a tray. The money goes straight to Dorothy, and we all feel better. There we go.
Love you, man, and love you all the ladies in the room here. Last
Love you all too.
last week was World 420. I mean, was Women in Cannabis Week, and we had Brooke on here. Brooke is going to help Breezy get some a job in the industry, and we're going to be hanging with Brooke more and more. She's the greatest. You're the greatest, everybody. I'm going to roll out of here because we've been on for freaking 129, everybody. So here we go. And yeah, everybody give a 3 for our incredible shot here. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Hold up the 3. 1, 2, 3. Slow down, Roddy Baba. Okay, there we go. Cool. I got it for our thank you wrap up. You can see us on YouTube, on Roku, and on POD TV, and on my Facebook, everybody. So as I share my screen again, everybody, we're going to do our outro. And our outro was pretty good today. It was a quickie, but I'm going to do our outro right the freaking now. Love you, everybody. And don't forget, Radiotron was the bomb. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep them going. As we go back in our memories of all of the OGs we have ever met, we remember where we've been. Radiotron, Ice-T. My path has been so blessed with so many people, and now we have the new green farming. We're going to end prohibition, everybody. Let's get this party started. Hello, everybody. Today we are going to have a fundraiser on World 420 Day for Dorothy McGaines, an ex-POW from the War on People, the War on Drugs. Hemp and Parade. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. It was really fun. Pocahontas Jane. The music is on our Bandcamp. There's only 4 trays. Go get them. And we'll be introducing some more original music. You don't know how good it feels to call you my boy. There goes my breathing. Loving everything you prove. And thanks to all the activists. There's Jack Harrer. Look at our family, everybody. We are awesome. Hemp Parade. Hello, everybody. Again, it's Jeff Eichen, Hemp Parade. And don't forget our auction today, which is really a sale. You can go to our site. Freelance Glory, everybody. And it will be incredible to raise money for Dorothy McGaines, who was in jail for 20 years. And actually 7 years. Dorothy had a sentence for 20. We're blessed to have everybody today, to have Dorothy online. And we got Solo still left with me. Solo, we love you so much. Take it easy. And you're the best. You're the bomb. Hemp Parade.
Record.
So everybody, it's a really beautiful day here in the neighborhood, and I'm going to go to our incredible StreamYard and say, boom, we're going to get back to our stop share. There we are. So StreamYard, thank you so much for a beautiful show today, and hopefully you guys have found all the links to get to our donate our buy page to get one of these trays, these beautiful trays that Crazy Pop Mom has made to support Dorothy today. The Grand Natural Order of Things was read by Rodimus P. Raw, and love you, everybody. It's me, Jeff Eichen, saying, I don't even have to say it. Good night. God bless.